Life is hard, but God is good. I mean, we've been in this whole thing for, 9 months now? And it's been difficult on so many of us. And it's painful, it's inconvenient, it can be scary. And even though we feel like this, it's so important for each of us to remember that God doesn't feel like that. God isn't nervous or concerned or wringing his hands, and God's mission to see disciples made to shape people into the image of Christ, it's still going on. Do you know that right now, in our service in the building, we are seeing a tremendous group of people choose to be baptized? And we're going to make sure that this video is available for you, and keep an eye out for that. But I'm excited about this. I mean, this is a beautiful moment in a broken world. The mission of God continues. And we have an opportunity to see that happen even more. So over the last year, we have been working through this Increasing Our Impact campaign. And the goal of that is that we could be able to stream our services online. Instead of a modified service like you've been experiencing here in Church Online, what we're going to do is begin streaming our actual in-person services. What we do here is terrific, but we want to see it improve because we recognize that for many people, this may be their first encounter with Summerside. And we want them to see what it's really like to be a part of the family. So Increasing Our Impact is going to provide us with the ability to live stream fully and completely our Sunday morning services at the same time, seeing the same thing, cameras in the auditorium, live worship band, etc. I'm looking forward to this. Now, this campaign total is going to cost $15,000. We've already received $5,000 towards that project, and one of our members has generously offered a $5,000 matching pledge. And so what this means is that any funds received for this project over the next month are going to be met dollar for dollar. Up to $5,000 right until we're at that point where we have all the funds that we need to complete this project. We want to increase our impact because we want to see even more people come to faith in Jesus and be baptized in his name. You know, the mission continues. God continues to work. Even this week, because of the generosity of you, God's people, we were able to send $1,000 to our missionary, Bashara, who's serving in Lebanon right now, to support him as he works in his community and as they work through the COVID restrictions and lockdowns and some of the suffering that's happening there. The mission of God continues. You know, my hope and my prayer for us at Summerside is that we don't just limp through this season, that we don't just, kind of put our heads down and wait for it all to be over, but that we press ahead in the confidence that God cannot be stopped, that God is still working, that his word is still powerful and active. That's my hope and that's my prayer for each of us. And if you want to help us reach even more people with the good news of Jesus, here's what you can do. Give a gift above your regular contributions and designate it to the building fund. Now, the building fund, everything that is received in the building fund for the next month will be allocated and put aside for this Increasing Our Impact campaign. And keep in mind that for this next month, any gift that you give will effectively be doubled. I'm so thankful for the generosity of God's people, for the way that God has been moving. You know, there's a lot of ugliness in our culture right now. There's a lot of ugliness in social media. But I am so thankful for the amount of gospel moments that I've seen lived out in our community. Instances where you are caring and loving and serving one another, all for the name and fame of Jesus. I am so thankful that God's mission continues. And this, through Increasing Our Impact, is an opportunity to see that grow even more. So however you give, whether it be online, in person, at the church mailbox, you use the envelopes, you use Tithely app, whatever way you give, if you designate building fund on a portion of that gift or on the totality, it'll be set aside for this use so that we can reach even more people with the gospel. You know, our mission is just to be everyday disciples, to make disciples every day. And what a tremendous opportunity that we have to see that mission continue. Thank you so much, and we'll update you as we're able.